"No, I'm late this month. This cannot be happening. I got to do something about it." We were from a middle-class family, and my father struggled to bring us up. My Romeo came from nowhere into the picture and swept me up my feet and took me away despite my parents' objections. In the beginning, he was so caring and loving. When we became a bit more comfortable economically, we entertained and enjoyed life. He was an occasional drinker, but soon started taking designer drugs to get even higher. We had our precious son, a lovely bundle of joy. We basked in his cuteness, and despite our economic situation, we shopped for him like there was no tomorrow. We did not enjoy such luxury when we were young, so why deprive our son when he could have it? What a feeling it was of buying and giving it to our son. Without realizing it, my husband's credit card bills increased. He panicked and took to stronger drugs and even stole money to cover our expenses. He was fired instantly after being found out. Since then, he never managed to get a suitable job that came up to his so-called new status. I had to go to work to make ends meet. Having finished school till Form 5 only, there were limited opportunities for me, and I ended up working as a clerk. It was hard, balancing household chores, a small baby, a drug user, and work. Sex was irregular and not at all what I wanted then. However, occasionally he would force himself on me, and I just gave in for the sake of peace in the house. I had no more energy to fight him. When my child was 2 years old, I discovered I had missed my menses. Oh, I was horrified of the accident. No, I have enough problems to battle with. I cannot have another child. I decided to have an abortion. I informed my husband of my decision, and he was so furious and said I was depriving him of another son. I was quite sure of my decision. When I was younger, my father was in a similar situation, and I remember how hard it was for my family. We did not have enough food, had no money to travel, and sometimes we missed school and had no textbooks to study. I didn't want to be poor again and deprive my children of basic things in life. No child of mine should go through what I had experienced as a child, no. I went to a well-known maternity clinic in town. I had my first delivery there and knew of the services they offered. It would be legal. The woman doctor checked me and said I was only a few weeks late. I told her I did not want the baby and wanted it removed. She was aghast and refused. She told me that I was very young, just 26, to have it. She explained about the procedure and discouraged me again. I begged her, lied to her pathetically, that my husband was a heart patient and that he was sickly and I had to spend hundreds of ringgit on his medicine. I have one child, and if I had another, how would I make ends meet with? It was a tough world. She was sympathetic, pondered for a while, and then decided to help me. She explained the procedure again and also informed me of the post-procedure follow-up and said I should take contraceptives after that. The procedure cost around 700 ringgit. I was put in a spot. Where would I find that amount? Shamelessly, I went to my brother for that money. He himself was making ends meet with his wife and child, but he knew he would have to pay more later if he did not help me now. He told my mother, who was such a religious person. She was so upset with me, but I was not sure if it was because I got pregnant when I had domestic and financial problems, or because I was terminating the pregnancy, which was against our faith. I myself was in a dilemma. I was brought up in believing it was a sin, but I also knew that I was responsible for the quality care of my son and myself and all future children. The bigger sin would be not providing for them, not giving them enough nourishment, figuratively and spiritually. I must bring them up with love and affection consciously. I cannot do that with an accident at the hardest time in my life. My parents did not speak to me for more than a month. My husband was even more abusive. I couldn't care less. It was our survival. A week later, I went alone to the maternity clinic for the 8 a.m. appointment. I felt scared at first, but the doctor was so gentle and caring. My fears flew away. She took a scan. She said the baby looked weak, not healthy. I was so glad. I could not bear it if it was big and lovely. My decision was substantiated. She administered the GA, and I knew nothing of what had happened to me. After about midday, I woke up and started vomiting. She came to see me and explained the vomiting was a reaction to the GA. She said everything went well. I was allowed to go home around 5 p.m. She, however, reminded me to come back for a follow-up to ensure that I was 100% all right. What a lovely doctor, so gentle, so caring, no judgment, no scolding. I was so relieved. Yes, that's the word, so relieved.